one. Let's see what this is. Yeah, that's a little one right there. Little old white bass. We may, just for doo-doos and giggles, just to give ourselves some variety, we may put this one on there live, folks. I got white bass busting all around me here, so I'm making a few casts. I didn't film an intro when I got out here this morning because it was still a little dark. I figured I'd wait till the sun come up here in a few minutes. So you may or may not be able to see me right now. But yeah, got a little white bass. I'm gonna set him down a second. We're gonna reel this bait in and switch him out. I'm out here drifting. I say drifting, I'm barely moving, but I'm on a main channel ledge. And I'm gonna work this ledge on down around the bend this morning. That's the plan. Got suspended baits. I'm using frozen skipjack. But I saw all these white bass busting here, and I said, well, when in Rome, right? Let me grab hold of this thing. He's down in my drive well here. All right, now I got hold of him there and got his dorsal fin trimmed off. It got down to my drive well like that right there. I like never got him out of it. All right, so there's a live bait. That's a little white bass. Like I said, they're going crazy right now. Right here at sunrise. And I had a skipjack rod with me with some jigs tied on, so I caught that little one there. I thought, we're just going to drop him down. So we make our way down this ledge because I'm not moving. I'm going to have to troll today because I don't have any current this morning, but I thought, what the heck? We got all these white bass busting. Might be some skipjack mixed in too. You never know. They tend to travel together, tend to be doing the same things a lot of times. So I'm going to make a few more casts for these probably until the sun gets up here over the tree line. Then the surface action will die down. And then we'll start working this break line, this deepest break line here. Right now I'm in 44 feet, and we'll just work it down through here, and we'll get deeper as we go around. Once we get down there around the bend, it'll be 50, 52 feet deep, and we'll spend a few hours out here this morning doing that. Like I said, I got frozen skipjack on these two rods. I got a headpiece here, body section there, and then we got that live white bass over here, and we'll see what we can catch today. Let's catch a few more white bass first. Another one. Fishy. I'm gonna let this one go. I don't have, since I brought them frozen skipjack and I knew it was going to be a short trip this morning, I didn't put any ice in my cooler. So, don't really need these things. There he is, the oldest, a little one there. Send him home. We may keep him the next time we catch him. I don't keep fish unless I'm going to be using them. You know, there's a lot of people that'll keep everything they catch, and I ain't one of them people. If I need bait, I'll keep it. If I don't need bait, I'll let them go. Doing that ensures that the next time that I do need them, it'll be out there swimming for me. Look right here. Look right here. Man, that's a good fish. That's a good fish right there now. There we go, buddy. There we go. He went right back into that back line too. He made a beeline for that thing. He may not have got in it though, believe it or not. Well, this fish right here, this may not be a bad way to start the morning. Technically, I guess our morning already got started with those white bass, but I don't know if y'all were able to see it or not, because it was still kind of dark at the time, but I was catching a few white bass busting the surface when I first got out here, but now I'm making my way down this main channel ledge here on the river channel. I've got 2 pieces of skipjack. This one ate a body section. I had some frozen skipjack I brought with me, and then I switched out one of those pieces with a live white bass that I caught, just to give some variety. Right now I'm 43 feet deep, and I'm going to work a section of this ledge down here around the next bend and put in a few hours this morning before it gets hot, and just see what happens, see what we can get into today. It's July 6th when I'm filming this, so we're 2 days past the full moon, and it was still up in the sky. I can still see it up there now. So I wasn't sure how I was going to do today. Typically full moon, I don't do well on it fishing at night. If you can get out there in the daytime, you got a better shot. And of course, right now we're still dealing with the spawn, although we should be getting some fish coming off any time now. They should be coming off the nest, and then we'll start getting some better quality fish regularly again. I think this one here, yeah, he's a good fish. This is a good fish right here to start our day. See if I can get him back up here. Get a better look at him here with this camera. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, he pulled a little bit more drag right there. I'm gonna have to tire him out a second, and then we'll get him back up here. Get a better look before we land him. That's a good blue. Let's get him up here again. Yeah, buddy. There we go. Heck yeah. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. This fish is still full of energy right here. So I'm gonna set him back in the rod holder. And we're gonna cut our next piece of bait. That way we'll be ready to roll with it while he tires himself out. What I've done here, y'all, like I said, I brought some frozen skipjack with me. Skipjack is the only bait I freeze ever, but I got on some here in the spring, was really wearing them out there, so I put me a bunch back in the freezer. And so now, here we are in July. Skipjack are hard to get right now, at least harder than normal, and I've got a bunch here to use. But skipjack, again, that's the only bait I will freeze. Things like shad and bluegill and white bass, I don't fool with that. I just don't do as good with them frozen, but these frozen skipjack, they'll catch you some fish. Yeah, buddy, that's a good fish right there now. That's a good fish. Somehow, no, he swam back there at my other line, but he didn't get in it. Hook out. Now let's hold him up. Yeah, man. We haven't seen too many of these over the last month, have we? We've just been dealing with the spawn here. It's that time of year. I got a couple good fish during the spawn, but mostly it's been just small dinks. But you just got to put the time in, grind it out, and eventually these fish right here, they start showing up again. We got us one this morning. All right, well, let's send him or her, whatever it is, home. Get positioned back over here along this brake line on this ledge. See if we can find us another one. That's fun, y'all. Oh, goodness. See ya. Get on out of here. Woo! Well, we already got our bait cut here. Let's get it on there. This is just going to be another body section. The gut pocket intact. We're into, like I said, we're into summertime now. Our water temps are hot. The fish, their metabolism's high right now, of course, just due to the time of year and water temps and all that. But when these fish come off the nest, they're hungry because they haven't been eating a whole lot while they've been protecting their young. So there's that bait there. Really and truly, you can't use a bait that's too big this time of year. Now that right there, that's just a little palm-sized chunk, which is a nice size bait for your, well, really any size fish. They'll eat it, but like I said, If you want to go out and put on a whole skipjack right now, if you've got enough of them, by all means do it. If I could get on some right now, enough of them anyway to justify using a whole one per rod, I'd do it. I got to be somewhat conservative though. I don't want to burn through all my stash in July. All right, y'all, take a look at all that. That is a big school of fish. Now, I don't know if there's any big fish in that school, but that is a big school of something down there, from about 45 feet up to 32, 34 feet. So they are all in my baits right now, and you can see where I'm at here. I'm right here on this ledge, right there, as it starts to come up. So we'll see if any of those are cats and if they take my baits here in a minute. And just like that, the rod's getting hit. Line sideways there, y'all, and again you can see on my screen there, it's probably one of them that's got it, and he's a swimming. Let's reel down on him. Yep, he's on there, like I said, there's a big school of something down there. I don't know what they are, but if it's just, even if it's just bait fish down there, bass or something like that, there's gonna be some cats around, because that's a food source. You got bait, you're gonna have fish pretty close by. This one here is just a small blue, but nevertheless, it's action. That's what we out here to get today. There's just that little fella right there. It certainly doesn't compare to that first one we got, but it's a fish, and that one ate a body section as well, so we'll put another one on there and drop it down. I think what I'm going to do, since there's clearly a lot of live fish there under us, is I'm going to reel that live white bass up and cut him, and we'll just put a piece of cut piece of bass on there and give them at least a couple different options down there as far as cut bait goes, because when you got that many fish down there directly under you, that one over there is going to have a hard time competing with all that for the fish that we're after. All right, there's just another midsection. Drop it down, and I'm actually going to ease back over here. I've got pulled off this ledge a little bit where I want to be. We'll get this one set, get positioned back over here, and then we're going to reel this white bass up. All right, there's a piece of that white bass. Like I said, we'll cut it up. Since we got so many live fish there under us, we'll use that white bass as a cut bait and give them a couple different options. There goes that front rod down. Let's pick up on it. I'll reel this one in. Y'all, it's been a couple hours. The excitement I had there early on quickly died off when the action didn't come. So I've just kept slowly making my way down this ledge. I've got a little bit of current out here right now. It's like 0.2, and so I'm just using it. I'm just slowly making my way down. We've got this little one on here, and if you look on my graph, there's a glare, you may not be able to see it, but right now we got all that there under us. So don't know if that's small cats or something else, but that fella there, he was hanging out with them. All right, y'all, there he is. I'm not going to fool with the other camera there since it's just a small one. You see, I've got it kind of on standby here in front of me. I normally leave that front one going, but it's so dang hot out here already. 9 a.m. feels like the face of the sun. That thing's going to shut off if I keep it running. Well, let's drop us another piece of skipjack down there. All three of the cats we've caught this morning have been on that body section of skipjack, so that's what they want, and that's what we'll give. All right, guys, it is only 10:30, but it's just one of those days. That sun is beating down, and it feels like a damn sweatbox out here, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up, man. The bite out here has just been dead. I've probably went hour and a half now with nothing going on, no dink taps, no nothing. And that's a shame too, because I started out the morning great, got that nice blue to start, but Just haven't had anything happening since then. So I think I'm going to leave that sun out here and go home to the AC. I'll try to do better in the next one. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.